Hi dear friends, welcome. In lecture 11, we began with communication. Communication can happen in two different ways, verbal and non-verbal. We being the faculty of verbal communication, which means we normal people have used words or probably are using words. Therefore, the communication that we have, we call it verbal communication. And in order to have verbal communication, we need to make sentences. We saw different types of sentences. Yesterday we had used word irrespective of tenses. You see as title tenses today. Yesterday the 5 types of sentences that we saw, or in lecture 11 that we saw, they are used in all the tenses. Now, tenses, it is taken for granted that we have learned from our elementary level, and you will definitely agree with that statement that you have learned the tenses. The gradation, the category of the sentences, the level of the sentences, that increases, perhaps it goes ahead. And therefore, my dear friends, you need to pay attention to what I say now. Remember, this is pertaining to all 12 tenses. Okay, so 4 of present, 4 of past and 4 of future. Okay, we will categorize them. Before that, I just want you to understand a beautiful sentence. Please make note in your notebook. Why? Because there can never be a sentence. Remember, there can never be a sentence of the tenses without an action. What does it mean? It means what? Which means there can never be, you cannot imagine a sentence of tenses without action. The verb. Okay, action word. You cannot have, my dear friends, and therefore, because every action that takes place in a time, if that is beyond, now you sleep at a particular time, I am teaching you now, you are listening to me, your father, your mother told you to do something, you had your breakfast, you are going to have your dinner, you will watch a television or a program, whatever, but all these actions will take place in a perfect time. Therefore, there can never be. Now, whenever you have a sentence of the tense, remember my sentence, a sentence of the tense, you cannot imagine that without an action word. So, in this, what we are going to learn is the formation of the tenses. Remember, my dear friends, the formations are very much important. When we use these formations in order to make the sentences, they will be of a great help. You will have to memorize by heart them, because in order to make passive from passive to active, in order to have a gradation of indirect and direct speech, you will need the clear-cut understanding of the active and passive formation in the tenses. Now we shall see all 4 tenses of present tense. Okay, so very first we take is, now here we will write tenses. Here we will write the active form, active voice, and here we will write passive voice. So one we have is simple present tense. So active sentence sentence when you want to write, it will have a subject. Remember, every subject means a doer, the one who does the action. Subject plus main verb. What is the main verb? So root form of the verb, it can also be the one plus object. So this is the formation. This is how. This is the only way you write a sentence of simple present tense. Now, if you are asked to make a sentence into passive of simple present tense, how shall we? We will have to follow a particular structure. So we will have again subject. Now you will have a problem with this word. Normally in active and passive voice, we will also deal in a separate lecture of active and passive voice. But here, it is normal rule that an object becomes the subject and subject is turned into an object. But here, when in order to begin the passive sentence, we are going to use, this is object, but when we use here, it comes at the beginning of the sentence, and therefore we don't use the word object, but it is object of the active voice. But now here in passive it has already become the subject. So subject plus and, is or are plus past participle. PP is V3. Remember my dear friends, it's past participle. So in order to create passive voice, you will always have to have passive voice of and past participle. Please understand. Plus by can take, you can take into kind of it's not compulsory thing but exceptional. Okay, by plus object. So object is the subject. So this is how you will have to write the passive of the given sentence. Now here, precisely separate. Here you have used am, is and are as auxiliary helping verbs. But sometimes you may ask a question, okay, that what do you buy every day? Now do and does, they are helping verbs of simple present tense. So suppose you have an example here, or what do you buy every day? Okay, for example, and that's a question. So now what, whenever there is a question asked, you keep the same word according to the norms and rules given. So what is, you see, because here it is simple present tense, and when simple present tense changes into passive, am, is and are to be used as auxiliary verb. So what is bought by you every day, or this can change the places, no problem. But what is bought, what do you buy? So just have a look that whenever you want to use this auxiliary verb, but the rules remain the same, that in order to change to passive, you are supposed to use am, is and are in simple present tense. Moving on to the next. The second one is present continuous tense. Okay, present continuous tense will be subject plus am, is or are plus main verb, that is V1 plus ing plus object, because here this tense stands for an action which is going on now. Okay, in order to change into passive, subject, once again the same rule, this is an object, but here when it is changed to passive, we use the subject plus am, is and are. According to the subject, you are supposed to use the auxiliary word plus one extra word you need to add here, being, in order to make passive of present continuous tense. Being is must in present continuous and in past continuous. We will come to the next lecture to this evening. Okay, so subject plus am, is and are plus being plus PP, that is past participle, plus by plus object. Okay. So who is teaching you? Who is teaching you English? That can be a question here in active voice. By whom is English being taught to you? To you, even if you don't put, it is understood. So who is teaching you English? By whom is English being taught? That can be the answer. Moving on to the next, that is present perfect tense. Okay, so present perfect tense again, you will have to remember all these formations, my dear friends, once again, and you will also have to write down the examples, as many as examples that you get, because whenever the school reopens, we will definitely come to check the notebooks, and that time I will expect that you have written the examples. Subject plus have or has plus past participle. Whenever there is V3, which means past participle, it is the V3 plus object. So subject plus have, has. I have done my work. I have done, I have, because it is I, subject is I, therefore I will use have done my work. Okay, and then how you can change that into passive? So subject plus have or has plus been plus past participle plus by plus object. So what was the I have done my work. My work has been done by me. Do you understand? Yes. The teacher has taught us a lesson. A lesson has been taught by the teacher. Okay, good. Moving on to the next, that is fourth tense. That is PRE, present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. And active formation is subject plus have or has plus been plus main verb, that is V1 plus ing plus object. Okay, so Mr. Sharma has been, Mr. Sharma, third person singular, he has been writing a book on animals. Now here we have no change, because present perfect continuous tense does not change into passive. So once again, pay attention to all these formats and please write down examples as I just had mentioned, and you can have your own examples created. You can write simple sentences, you can even write the question and answers. Question. Now remember, one simple thing is, when there is a question asked, in order to be changed into passive, a question remains a question. When there is a negative sentence, it remains a negative. When there is a positive, it remains a positive. Here we need to change the voice, not the formation of the sentence. But this is the only way, once again, this is the only way how you can change from active to passive. Please pay attention, and these formats, these formations you are supposed to know, because these are the only keys. When you are asked in the examinations point of view, people make mistake. They interchange some of the formations. That will not work, my dear friends. You will have to memorize. So before we move on to lecture number 13, or in order to see the past tense, please have a look on the board. Thank you.